And welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Tuesday, June 29th. I'm your host for today's program, Paul DeMain. Many of the stories read here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. Here are the news stories for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. A Warm Springs, Oregon tribal member has been arrested more than a month after he allegedly fired gunshots at police officers, sparking a manhunt on the reservation. Waylon Weaselhead, 21, was arrested last Friday after an officer tried to pull a car over for speeding. Warm Springs police said the driver stopped, let a man out, and then sped off. The officer pursuing the car recognized Weaselhead standing by the side of the road and took him into custody. Weaselhead had a .45 caliber semi-automatic pistol on him, police said. He was arrested on a local warrant charged with carrying a weapon while prohibited. President Obama has announced his intent to appoint several individuals to serve as members on the National Advisory Council on Indian Education. Those people include Sam McCracken, a member of the Sioux and Assiniboine tribes in Montana on the Fort Peck Reservation. Mr. McCracken is the general manager of Nike's N7 shoe retail collection and the N7 Fund, which aims to help create access to sports for Native Americans and Aboriginal youth in the United States and Canada. Also nominated is Mary Jane Oatman-Wakwak, who is a member of the Nez Perce tribe. Ms. Oatman-Wakwak was appointed Idaho's first Indian education coordinator by State Superintendent Tom Luna in the year 2007. In 2009, Ms. Oatman-Wakwak was elected president of the National Indian Education Association. Also on the list is Alpaki Nahalia. Alpaki Nahalia is the founder and owner of the Strive Company, a Hawaiian-based consulting practice. He is the executive director of the Hawaiian Charter School Network and Department of Hawaiian Homes Lands Commissioner. Also on that list, finally, is S. Allen Ray, a citizen of the Cherokee Nation who serves on the tribe's Cherokee Language Immersion School Advisory Board. An attorney, teacher, and scholar, Ray has served since 2008 as president of Elmhurst College, a four-year liberal arts institution in Elmhurst, Illinois. The California Tribal Business Alliance has announced the appointment of Chris Lindstrom as the organization's new executive director. Mr. Lindstrom brings more than 20 years of experience in the public and private sectors, including legislative, administrative, and policy work in the executive and legislative branches of the California government. Lindstrom most recently served as a consultant to the California Senate and Assembly Committee on Governmental Organization. Mr. Lindstrom will be responsible for providing oversight of the CTBA's day-to-day operations and strategic guidance to the organization's board of directors. You can find more information on the California Tribal Business Alliance by calling 916-346-4205. State Department Consultants on the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples has been scheduled on July 7th and 8th, 2010 in Washington, D.C. as part of a meeting with non-governmental organizations there. The State Department is currently reviewing the United States' failure to endorse the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. As part of this formal review, the State Department is holding consultations with Indian and Alaskan Native nations and NGOs to discuss the upcoming review process and receive comments. The State Department wants to receive comments from Indian and Alaskan Native nations, NGOs, and individuals. If you'd like to, if you're unable to attend the consultation, you can submit written comments to the State Department by email at declaration@state.gov or by U.S. mail, and we'll put some of that information up on the front board so you can see it. Those statements need to be sent in by July 15th. U.S. Commerce Secretary Gary Locke has announced a $1 million U.S. Economic Development Administration grant to Rural Enterprises of Oklahoma, Inc. of Durant, Oklahoma, to build a leadership in energy and environmental design certified facility to house the Career Development Center for Native Americans. The 10,000 square foot LEED certified building will be located within an existing industrial tract and will be built on a 30-acre parcel owned by the Rural Enterprise of Oklahoma, Inc. The building will be leased by the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. And finally, the Viejas Band of Kumeyaay Indians has commended the California Attorney General's Office for filing a lawsuit recently against Padre Dam Municipal Water District to halt desecration of a Native American burial ground and ceremonial area in San Diego County, California. The site is in approximately 2.5 acres south of I-8 at Lake Jennings Park Road, east of San Diego, in the community of Lakeside. The lawsuit against the Water District was filed in San Diego Superior Court after the district continued construction at the site despite a June 17th ruling by the California Native American Heritage Commission declaring the entire site a sanctified Native American cemetery and ceremonial ground, and called upon the district to halt further desecration and work with the Kumeyaay to find an alternative location for the project. In early June, a San Diego County Supreme Court judge granted a request from the band for a temporary restraining order against the district, ordering them to halt destruction of the burial site. The same San Diego Supreme Court judge was scheduled to consider Viejas' request to make the restraining order permanent at a hearing, and that is now scheduled for July 24th. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We want to thank you all for joining with us today. Come back again soon. Miigwech.